inflection points throughout the season, and this will be one of them for both of these squads in this top 5 showdown. It's the Ole Miss Rebels and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Alabama's head coach told me before the game, one of the things to keep your eyes on is how does this young quarterback continue to develop. They took a risk early in the season starting this young freshman, but he has continued to develop each week and get better. He's gaining the trust of his teammates. He's really starting to make good reads and get a feel for this offense. Can they keep this trend going? I'll keep you posted on how he looks on the field and how he's leading his team early in this game. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. And the Rebels ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Runs through a tackle. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. Keelan Russell. Makes the grab. At the 40, there he goes. There he goes to the right. The 20, the 10. Touchdown, Alabama! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he's going to bring this one out. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Cook. Good call, good execution as they move the chains and they have a 1st down at the 38.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice.
Finding some room. Picks up the 1st down. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
He'll bring it out. It's Jenkins. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. It's complete to the left. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23. Really helps the play calling when you get 8 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 2. out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. He's simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And I like the aggressiveness.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Fourth down, Russell. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And this, the middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wear off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right, and if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Russell. Complete to the right. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. Options galore here, 2nd and just a few inches. Back to throw, it's Russell. Going long. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. The offense changing the play. Just a short pass to the tight end. Nice job to pick up the first down, and they'll spot it at the 42. Alabama quickly back to the line. Throwing Russell. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on 3rd and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Sends it back in motion. From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. The throw to the outside is complete. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
How about that start? This dude is in fuego. Over 100 yards receiving already. You could tell there's a matchup they like, and they're going to exploit it, continuing to feature this wide receiver who's just chewing up yards.
The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Keelan Russell. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
It's not just about sacks and getting the quarterback on the ground. When you can hurry him up, speed up that thought process, get near his legs, all those things lead to incompletions and sometimes mistakes.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the first down. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. They converted fourth down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Wants to adjust the pattern. Russell will throw for it on fourth. Bring in the heat. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
That is great job by this defense, coming up big on fourth down when it matters the most. You could tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on fourth down.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Gill. Stopped at about the 25-yard line, but it'll be a first down.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Lacy. And again, finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And a lot of times the fit up front, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like they'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that. Spins away from Watt. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. Pocket breaking down. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Russell fires to the wideout. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Here comes the Ole Miss offense onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our
Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. The tag. All the way back. Touchdown, Bama. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. First play of the drive, wants to throw. He'll take the deep shot. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes that Alabama offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Rushes on him. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
Yeah, that is a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's already thrown for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
Looking deep. Makes a deep grab. Touchdown time. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
But we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
He'll bring it out. He's got great speed. All the way out to the 46-yard line before he's run out of bounds, and what a job by this special teams unit. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. To the air on first down. Oh, they're after him. He's got him. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And the Rebels can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
They'll try to get the first through the air. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Takes it the other way. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. The run from the shotgun. He locked up and held on to bring him down. Now we get a timeout taken by the Rebels. That's their first. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. Might be changing the route. Russell from the gun on third down. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll pull it down. Quarterback gets the first down. Oh, he's got some space. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the holes, and, man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for me.
Russell on play action, using his legs to buy some time. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They're dealing with a second and long. To the air, it's Russell. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Makes the grab, and he will score! Touchdown, Crimson Tide! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. He'll return it. He gets a block. He'll be out of bounds at the 36-yard line after a solid return. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Wants to throw on first down. He tries to take the top off. And his throw is incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. On the move. It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And, man, that is exactly what you want to do. When the quarterback runs the football, you want to be physical. You want him to feel you. You want to make sure you land on top of him, hit him hard. This defense, very physical. Get the football out, force the fumble, get the big play for the defense.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half.